Alright, so yesterday we took care of a bunch of the peaches and blanched them and got them all ready. We're going to cut these apples to make a peach apple cobbler. We'll slice these, peel them, and throw them in with the peaches we started on yesterday. Really like this thing here. It cuts the apples really quick and into small pieces too. So our cobbler's calling out for 4 cups of fruit, peaches, apples. So, and I'm making 2 batches here. So that right there was 3 cups of apples. So then I need 5 cups of peaches. One. Go ahead and get this turned on. And this here I've already cooked the peaches with a little bit of sugar and some cinnamon. 2. 3. 4. So for the 4 cups, it's calling out a cup of sugar. Like I said, I already did put some in. So we're going to put in another cup because we're making 2 batches. So there's a half cup. And right here's a cup. You want that to oil up real good. Get those apples cooking up. All right, for the mix here, we're using 1.5 cups of flour for each. So there's half. One. One and a half. Then I don't have self-rising flour, I just have regular flour. So we're using 2 spoonfuls of baking powder. Just to turn this regular flour into self-rising. then we are going to throw some more cinnamon in here. Make the bread part of it seem almost like a bread pudding or a monkey bread and I need my sugar. And it takes a cup of sugar. I'm going to use half a cup of brown sugar. That'll give it a nice brown color when it cooks up. And I'll use a half a cup of regular sugar. And then we'll be adding a cup of milk into it. All right, so I've added half a cup of condensed milk to each one of them just because I already had it. It was left over. And then we're going to put the other half a cup of milk. And we'll have to stir this. This will be the batter part of the cobbler. Have our apples and peaches mix bubbling real good. We have our butter in the pan, and we're getting ready to throw it in the oven to get it softened up, get it spread around the pan even, and then we'll throw the batter part of the cobbler in, and then the peaches and apples on top after this is melted. Get this nice and mixed up. Should still be a really dry mixture here because all the moisture coming out of the apples and the peaches. You don't want this too wet because it'll take forever to cook if you do that. See how the mix, like you just barely have enough to almost get it mixed. That allows it to take some of that moisture and the cinnamon and everything out of our topping. So I guess I should add in too. I like to put a little bit of vanilla and mix that in there with everything else. So here we go. Try to get this butter spread out a little bit more. Got most of it melted. Put a whole stick of butter in here. It's the aluminum pan. Already melted off completely. So we'll kind of try to mix this in. I just kind of want to clumpity drop it in here. If you let your butter get too hot, it'll be sizzling and popping and trying to use the pan to let me spread it out with the butter in there. You can't just even it out across the top, especially with how dry this mix is. I'm kind of using the pan to Let me make a smooth layer of it. Or I should say, using the bowl to make a smooth layer of it. To have the cobbler come out real nice, you don't want this like a real smooth, really mixed up batter, like a cake mix or something where you pour it in and it's just all flat and even. Over here's melted lump butter. We'll put that in here. See how like really thick this is. And now we're just going to try to evenly put this in here. Just 1, 2. And now, even though I know I've already put cinnamon on it, I'm putting more cinnamon on it. And we're going to put this in the oven, cook it for about a half hour. We want it where the bread part of the cobbler is dried out. It should be really crunchy, almost like a monkey bread or like a bread pudding. So I'll show some pictures when we get it out. Let's get this first one out of the oven. See how it's looking. So we'll go ahead and take the other one out too. The second one I done in an aluminum pan, so I got to put a tray under it to get it out. So yeah, I get a big mess to be cleaning up. That'd be about 64 cups of peaches, or enough to make 15 or 16 more cobblers, and I've already made 3 cobblers here now. So that was a lot of peaches to blanch and clean and boil and get ready to make into this when the time comes.